It's normally lying. It's normally lying through its teeth. This is really completely last minute. I'm pretty sure that people won't like show up, but we'll find out. We'll see who pops in here. I was just driving around working on a video, trying to like do a new video format. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. I actually have 2 other videos that will be dropping in the next day, so be looking for those. If you're watching this on the friggin' the replay crew, then yeah, it looks like there's one person in here. Make sure that you say hi. I shall say hi back. I'm out driving on the country roads. I'm stuck behind a school bus. Oh, let's see what we got here. See if I flip this around. I'm stuck behind a school bus, and the darn stand is in the freaking way. I can never get that thing out of the way enough to do these front views. Who we got here? I can't tell. Oh, it's Tim. What's going on? Haha, caught you. There you go. There you go. All right, let's go, car. Yay. Believe it or not, I actually have a school bus behind me with his stop sign out. I'm not sure why he did that. Nobody got off his bus. It's a little confusing, to be honest with you. Good to see. Yep. I'm going to try and do another live stream tomorrow, like my regular Friday 10 a.m. live streams. So we'll see what happens. We're in the process of doing some very different things with the YouTube channel. So it'll be interesting. You don't need to be looking at all that. There we go. It'll be very interesting to see how it goes. I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. I mean, YouTube is like just beating the crap out of me these days. It's getting harder and harder to make any videos that are actually of use for people, and so that means that it's getting harder and harder. Discord is done. Yeah, Discord is done. I stopped paying for it, and I used to have to pay like $10 a month so that you guys would have all the features that you had. But just getting ready for the move and trying to, and then the whole Discord wanting to see people's faces and IDs and doing facial ID and that kind of stuff. It's bad juju, man. I'll just leave it for the gamers. It's a good tool for the gamers, but it's just not. It's not worth it. We should have all migrated over to Wire. I can tell you that people are not using the Wire app as much as they use the Discord app. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's just a form of resistance. Julie, she's doing good. She did her chemo today. I posted this in the Wire app, man. She went and did her chemo today, and she was feeling great when I picked her up around 2 o'clock. Brought her home, and then she just played on her phone until now. And I just checked on her a little while ago, and she's tired. So the medicine is kicking in, and but other than that, basically like for the next 4 days, she's going to be bleh, is what I'm anticipating. And then after that, we got to start making trips to North Carolina, get out of this stupid state of Virginia and all this crazy junk that's going on. There are some the Virginia government is doing just some of the most I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to use the proper words. It's literally, they just might as well have hoisted a frickin', a hammer and sickle or a red star up flag up, and taken down the frickin' the Virginia, the Commonwealth banner, because, Virginia has always been notorious for being like, hey, no, we don't like tyranny here. We don't play that game here. But they're going full tilt boogie. Trying to take away as many rights as they can here in Virginia. And they're not screwing around. They are not screwing around. So, life kind of puts... I'm sorry I can't read who wrote this. It's Grumpy Acres Farm. There you go. Life kind of puts things on the back burner at times. That's true. And that's one of the things that's actually happening with the YouTube channel. The views are down big time because I'm not making like 3 videos and 2 live streams every single week. You know, it is a source of income. I don't really depend on it. It's just like a nice to have thing. It's almost like a pain in the ass because I have to like report everything to the freaking IRS, even though I don't get a 1099 for half of these damn people. That was stupid. But, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, I'm running a campaign here. Very busy. Oh, I'm not worried about you, Tim. Tim, I don't worry about you at all, Tim. If I called you right now, Tim, you'd answer the phone. You're that kind of guy. I can tell, man. I can tell. Holy crap, how did I get 28 people in here? Sound off, mofos. Put something in the chat. 5x5. Check in. Do something. Now we're down to 13. Frickin' YouTube is just dumb. YouTube is so stupid. The VA Gov talking about affordability was rich. Oh, yes, dude. I got a video coming out. It should drop at 9 o'clock tonight. There was some scuttlebutt. There's some scuttlebutt on the internet about her little speech she made, because she got picked to be, for those of you that don't know, she was picked to be to do the counter speech to the State of the Union. And she asked these 3 questions, and people started asking those questions back to her, to which she disappeared. You know, someone said hi to me. I can't, man. Dave, I'm sorry, Dave. The font on this thing is extremely small, so if I get your name screwed up, I'm very sorry. Also, questions that you can put in caps, that tells me there's a question, and I focus a little bit more instead of getting ran over. You know, hey buddy, start panting like dog. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is what I'm in right now, so yeah, it's, oh, we're gonna get out of this lane. This is what I'm in right now. But yeah, we're in the process. We're moving out of this state. It's that easy. It's that easy. They're writing gun legislation that literally makes people felons overnight, and they're going to do it. They're going to do it. There's no question about it. We do have the Assistant Attorney General who has sworn to us that she's going to fight all of this, and that's great. But she's one person with limited assets. But we have, you know, obviously we have the Attorney General who's just a total freaking loser. You know what I'm saying? And oh, by the way, if you wrote something really dumb in there, there's like an auto thing that stops it from coming through. So if you didn't write anything dumb, I apologize. I'm not going to be playing with this phone any more than I have to while I'm driving. But you know, what was I going to tell you? The thing that they did, basically the whole. Well, you're just going to have to listen for the video at 9 o'clock tonight. Just kind of keep an eye out for it, because I think it's going to catch a lot of people off guard. This woman is worse than a wolf in sheep's clothing. She is the epitome of a 100% liar. And we caught her. But it'll be up to the internets to make that video go viral. Matter of fact, I'll ask the people that are watching right now that when you do watch that video tonight, that you share it out, share it to a few people, because I did it all live, and it's all as real and as Memorex as possible. Grumpy says, "What's the Wire group?" Well, Wire is an app very similar to Discord, or I want to say WhatsApp maybe. It's a chat, but it's out of Sweden, so the FBI has no back doors into it, and they actually have been. The FBI during the Obama administration actually tried to get access to it, to which the Swedish company said, "Sorry, bro, we're not Americans," you know, and basically said, "Go through the Swedish government if you want something to happen." And the Swedish government were like, "Shut up, shut up." But I've migrated all of the members over to the Wire group. So I am in it right now. Reminds me of Telegram. Yeah. Hey, you remember Merc Chat? It's still a thing. It's still real. It's still real. You got to pay for your own server, but it's still real. But the I used to have a pretty large group inside of Wire that was free, but it just got too hard to manage because you have to like for every channel that you created, you had to go find that person and give them access within that. You couldn't just say give access to all I own or something like that. But it's an interesting communications device. I have it on my phone, but I don't really use it on my phone the way I use Discord. It's primarily just on. I primarily just use it on desktop for when I manage the group. I do see people talking. It's on the weekends they'll gab along on Wire, but it's a great little app. It's free and it has true end-to-end encryption. So it's a pretty interesting thing. But yeah, for the governor here in Virginia and the Virginia legislature is operating at light speed. It's so scary because if you've never watched, it is not slow and an hour's worth of debate on a bill. Once a bill comes out of committee, they vote on it, and it's all electronic and it's all beep, 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 showing their names, everything. There's no wait time. There's no lollygagging. They bring the bill up. They put it up for a vote. Boop, 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 it passed. It's that easy, and then it's off to the governor's desk. And I think that that's great, but the problem is doing that in situations where you're getting ready to do something unconstitutional. It's like the legislature voted to make it to codify the governor's executive order saying that ICE couldn't be within 50 feet of a voting station. And I'm just like, who is? It's like these people are just they're just making up laws that won't stand constitutional scrutiny. They're doing it anyway. They're doing it because they want to do it. That's the way they see the world, and they're going to do everything in their power to make it that way. I was talking to some dipstick on X this morning, and they were just babbling. They got 500,000 followers, right? And they were like, "Oh, they just did this, and this is awesome." And they were talking about the ICE thing within 50 feet of a voting place. I said, "Have you ever heard of the preemption clause?" And they were like, "What's that?" I said, "Are you an American?" And said, "Yes, I'm an American." "Okay. And you've never heard of the preemption clause?" And they were like, "No." So I had to explain to them how federal law preempts state and local laws, and if they make it the law that ICE agents are supposed to interact at voting stations, then there's not a damn thing they can do about it. And it's so it just literally makes their law their state law null and void. It takes the teeth out of state law. And I think that that's sad, but I mean, come on, you're legislators. Most of these people are freaking lawyers, and they're doing this crap, man. But do they have all clean bills? No, I haven't seen a clean bill in forever. Clean bills, especially in our Senate or in this. Well, I actually have seen some clean bills on state level. But it's only when they want to accomplish something and they don't want anybody to push back on it at all. So the attacks I'm sure some people do. Like I said, I don't watch them every single day, but when I do watch them, it's scary how lightning fast they do this stuff. Why would they not want any ICE? Yeah, exactly. 100%. It's either because they want to cheat, because they don't want the illegal aliens to be scared to vote. Okay, that's really what it is. Whether it's for, basically humanitarian reasons or just being a good person reason, they don't want them to be scared because then they'll vote, or they don't want them to be scared because they don't want them to be scared. It's kind of stupid. I think we should have standardized. Let me get out of this intersection here. I think we should have standardized federal elections. For the most part, federal elections are standardized. Or are you saying that we should run them federally instead of letting the state run them? That's a double-edged sword. And it's a double-edged sword because then people who are controlling the federal government could have control over the elections for federal elections. You see what I'm saying? The idea that the framers had was to keep it under the state control. That way the people who were in control of the federal government couldn't have any control over those elections, couldn't influence them. In the same way that we're not supposed to be using the IRS to go after conservative people or businesses. You know what I'm saying? Because, in the same way we're not supposed to be using the FBI to investigate churches for no reason or to blatantly not investigate real crimes. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Later, bro. More federal control is never good. Yeah, exactly. It's never good. Okay, let's see here. It's 4:04. Gotta go. I gotta go to Wally World and pick up some food. I'm thinking mashed potatoes and maybe some broccoli and some meatloaf. That's what I'm thinking. Since there's only 2 people in here, it's amazing. We had like 28 people in here just like that. That's just crazy talk, man. That's just crazy talk. Alright, I think I'm going to turn around here. I think I've been driving long enough. Alright, what do we got here? A whole paragraph for me, huh? I think I'm going to stop and let the traffic go by. What do we got here? Standardized federal education. Everybody gets the same education. Everybody does the same coursework. I think that's a good idea. But then we need the Department of Education to run it. And it's funny too because you kind of bring up a good subject there, man, because nobody's talked about the Department of Education in a long time, if you think about it. That was one of the things that we were going after Captain Red Tie got elected, like getting rid of the Department of Education. Then we put like a real CEO in as the Secretary of Education, and then they started drawing things down and closing doors and sending money back to the states, like they're actually going to close it down. And then now we haven't really heard a lot about it, so interesting stuff if you think about it. Medical production federalized. The government manufactures all pharmaceutical productions that we need in America. No, see, when you lean too far forward, that's no, okay? Because then it's like, then they can decide the prices. Then you don't have the free market. And this is some freaking, I hate to say it, but this is like really left-leaning thought. I don't know your political affiliation, and I'm not going to criticize it. But anybody who thinks the government is going to do something good, the government has destroyed, has run into the red every single entity that it's ever had that made money. Not a joke. Look at the post office. They're in the red every year. You give them money. You pay them to mail your stuff off. It's a government institution. It should be free, you know, but it's not, because someone's got to pay for it, right? No. It's if they weren't a government institution, they would have declared bankruptcy 50 years ago. Let's see. Amtrak, government ran, government institution. It's in the red every single year. The government is not good at this stuff. This is why we have the free market. This is why the free market is good at this stuff. Also, you know, the thought behind the whole medical stuff, you funnelize and compartmentalize the people to where innovation is not possible. Where when you have the free market, innovation is highly probable. Apparently, I have 0 people in here right now. I'm not going to run off. I'm just going to park. But I don't get YouTube sometimes. Sorry, the free market has to go away on that one. Medicine is more important than the free. Yeah, but there's no innovation. There's no innovation. You know, even if the government took over all medical medicine, we'll say medicine production right now. Okay, great. They got all the factories, they got all this, they got all that. But what about research for the cure of cancer? There's over 300 companies and educational institutions that are searching for the cure for cancer right now. If we compartmentalize that down to one entity in the government, we're never going to find it. And if we do find it, it will be 300 times slower. So I think on that one right there, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that one. That's a moot point. That's a moot point. So, all right. So I gotta go do some shopping. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. 22-minute long live stream, 9 thumbs up. Not bad. If you haven't done that yet, hit the thumbs up on the way out. And I think I'm saying this right, because hopefully I'm reading it. Sojo, I don't recognize you, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, because I do more live streams and I make more videos. It's just been kind of slow these days with my girlfriend who has cancer. So I might know a few things about the medical and pharmaceutical industry. Just a few. All right. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.